all of these things lead to one decision, which was for me to leave. It was never something I saw coming, but ultimately I needed to do what was gonna make me the happiest instead of the thing that was gonna make me the most money. And that was just the way that I chose to lead my life.
Welcome to the We Know Ball Show. I'm Keith Stewart, presented by Body Armor. 5 Iron Golf is responsible for this ridiculous clubhouse here in beautiful Philadelphia. We're on site here to talk about the PGA Championship and a couple other sports-related topics. With me in the huddle, of course, as always, is Melvin Gordon, Mel, Kenzel Doe, Kenny, Austin Trailer, and AT.
We here now. I guess we got to kind of tell all the viewers what brought this group of guys together.
One-man show.
Me and my guys are 3 of the founding members of Vibez Golf Club, which we were friends in college, played at UW together. CEO No Way was one of our good friends who just happened not to play football. We kind of got introduced to golf differently. Some of the members played as kids, some of them didn't, but we grew into it. And then in 2021, No Way kind of came to the group with an idea. And the idea was basically based around golf, us playing golf and growing the game and impacting the sport. And through that, we've grown. We started Vibez Golf Club, and then we partnered with you over at Read the Lines, where your whole game is to grow the game, teach golf, and wagering. It all brought us together to the We Know Ball Show.
Well, I appreciate that, AT. And, you know, all of this really comes down to golf and football to a certain extent. Golf and sports, you know, we all, quote unquote, we know ball. We were down in Miami at the last episode. We were talking about kind of what became a polarizing subject matter, which was, could PGA Tour players, as athletes, be football players? And I know some of us in the group, the smart ones, no offense, Mel, knew that Scotty Scheffler would be the quarterback for the team.
What's going on?
But, you know, I started thinking about that more from a big picture perspective. And, you know, from my point of view, the greatest athlete of all time, unquestionably, is Tiger Woods.
Hey, ain't no way in hell you think Tiger Woods the greatest athlete of all time.
You have a better
Absolutely.
athlete than Tiger Woods?
LeBron.
LeBron's not even the best NBA player of all time.
What?
Hold on. There's like 3 categories. There's like athlete, there's athletic. So I think LeBron's the most athletic sports player of all time. And then there's kind of like a skill. So when you say like a hooper or a baller
Or a golfer.
or athlete, so like, for example, Mel is super athletic and he's a baller, he's a football player. But I wouldn't say he was the best athlete in this group of people.
Why wouldn't you say some
Because
shit like
if we started to play 4 other sports,
You
Melvin,
would be
your
last.
skill set wouldn't transfer.
Okay, so we can go basketball, we can go golf.
Basketball. Boy, you're trash.
We're going to go tennis?
Trash.
Football.
Well, hang on. Before we get lost in all of this, could Tiger perform in the NBA?
No.
Could Tiger perform in the NFL? Or could one of you perform on the PGA Tour? I mean, that's really what the argument is here, right?
Facts.
So I think the PGA might not show enough athleticism for us to grade that. I do think Tiger's touch, his strength, you know, the transfer between shots, the things you have to show skill-wise does say he'll be an athlete and it'll be equating other sports. But I just don't know how much by just
I don't
watching
feel
him
like
on the tour.
golf, it comes from like your perspective of what sport you play. Because if I think of it, I've watched the tour. I don't think they can run fast. I don't think they can jump fast. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I think it comes down to like fundamentals. Because I know a lot of athletic people that could just blow past me in golf that I can't, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that's like a level of focus.
Right. Well, so that's why I'm saying it's a difference between athletic. Running, jumping is how athletic are you? There's
Right.
plenty of athletic people
I don't
who
think
aren't
golfers
good
are
or
athletes.
skilled, but they're athletes because you
'Cause
might
what?
see a
'Cause they
golfer who
swinging
can
the club?
shoot. It's the skill.
It's the skill, which considers you an athlete, which is why he's like Tiger is the best. So he
But
has an
Tiger is the
argument.
best.
But
We watched-
but have you
first of
seen
all,
Tiger do
we watched MJ
anything,
do it
any other
professionally.
sport? You a friend of his.
I
Have you
have.
seen him? Okay.
I have, yes.
So it's okay. So you got inside
I've seen
info
him
then.
shoot a basketball. I've seen him play other sports, tennis. It'd be a stretch, what I said earlier. But at the end of the day, like when you guys look at Tiger Woods, you know, much like the conversation we had down in Miami, where do you see the crossover? Where do you see that Tiger Woods could be a professional athlete in a sport other than golf?
Baseball.
Baseball.
I think baseball.
What position?
DH. Designated hitter. Because
He
I feel
might
like
be a good pitcher too. He might be a good pitcher.
I want you each to pick me an athlete that's not a professional golfer that could compete on the PGA Tour.
I'm going Tom Brady.
Excellent.
Oh, it's only one athlete that I feel like with Steph Curry. You see how he go? He cold.
Proven.
Cold.
Great
Steph
golfer.
Curry.
Tony Romo for me.
Tony Romo.
I feel like
he was
you have
not
to
on my
go-
bingo card today.
I
Tony
ain't
Romo.
saying.
Hey,
course
we're in
not.
Philadelphia,
Too.
so speaking of lesser-known football players, Tony Romo, current events in golf. There's been a lot of chatter about what's going on with LIV Golf, and I know you guys have kind of followed this saga. When you were in the league and you saw something like the XFL comeback, and you were still in the NFL doing your thing, was there any thought as a player to what was going on there?
To me, I thought it was dope because I'm like, okay, it's another opportunity. I mean, with NFL roster spots, you only have so many spots. So a lot of guys get left out. I've seen a lot of guys, be tearing up crying because they couldn't make the team or whatever, like get cut. So I just thought it was just another opportunity for guys to kind of showcase their skills. I actually hit up The Rock because he had brought it back. And I DM'd him and I thanked him. I was just like, hey, bro, like, thank you for just giving my boys an opportunity to kind of show show their craft. Because all you need is a chance. And sometimes you don't get that due to politics sometimes.
Sure.
So I was happy about it. I never thought it'd be, the NFL.
So a lot of talk about LIV centers around Bryson and John Rahm, the big names. But from my perspective, I thought it gave a very wealthy opportunity to some young names.
Yeah.
Like taking you guys back to when you were fighting on and off the league schedule. What's your appreciation of this subject?
I never thought about it until I needed it. Obviously, I played in the AAF. It was a quick in and out. It abruptly ended. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's competitive. I think so many, when you talk about the Shield and PGA, it's big right now. It's too big to fail. Both those things are too big to fail. And creating a competition, I think LIV did a good thing with bringing in big names, but will it survive? I don't know. But I think it's a great opportunity if they can find a steady flow. I think really you got to think more G League-ish than competitor, which is if you partner with these dudes and make it an alternative option, that'd be better, more so than competing or trying to fit in around them.
Yeah, shit, for me, I was one of them cut guys. I knew I was getting cut the day I walked in there. I mean, it was just one of those where it's like, I knew the roster going into Pittsburgh. You see all the guys there, and I was a returner. Had a guy that was Dre Archer. He was second round. They picked him before, and you still had AB there who do return. So and I actually was one of those guys that when the spring league first started, I was there. I had the opportunity. So I think it's actually a good thing to give guys that kind of know, it's hard for them to actually be on make that 53 roster, to give them another opportunity to.
So this the thing though, with those leagues, like I said, the AAF abruptly ended mid-season. They didn't even pay our contracts out.
Well, I was getting $200 to play a
Listen,
football
though,
game.
listen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like LIV and PGA, is it more equivalent to if let's just say Adrian Peterson was up for his contract or LaDainian Tomlinson, and the Chargers offered them $40 million.
Forget those guys, Mel. You're up for contract.
Yeah,
Okay? You're coming off a big season with the Chargers, and then next thing you know, they come to you.
If XFL came to me talking about some $40 million, signed. I'm gone.
Gone.
I
money.
think that's the business though. Like you got to remember, professional sports ain't just sports no more. It's not the little league. It's a business, and you can't be loyal to a company that ain't loyal to you.
My perspective on LIV Golf is that now, 3 or 4 years later, it's been a benefit to the PGA Tour. The tour is still trying to figure out their schedule going forward, but it increased purses, and it gave, basically, like Mel said earlier, more opportunities to play golf. And it raised more awareness about golf. Whether or not people watched LIV or not, I can't tell you the number of people that asked me about LIV Golf, and they're just talking more about golf. And my life, obviously, revolves around golf. So my last question to you guys on this subject matter is, have these secondary startup leagues benefited the Shield in any way?
I think it's been benefited some. Yeah, because you see some guys, they go from there and actually go make a roster spot. So them just giving that extra opportunity to show their skill, I think is great.
I definitely think it has benefited them. Obviously, rosters have expanded, roster size and stuff, so I think they're taking heed to it.
So one of the cool things that we're going to do as a segment, here down in Philadelphia, is something called This or That. So we're going to have some fun, and we're going to talk a little bit about the entire sports world, and golf and make some fun comparisons. And we're going to call this or that, this segment.
Okay.
So the first one, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This
Let's
or
get
that,
to it.
you got to
Come
pick one or the other. Which is faster? The average driver ball speed on the PGA Tour or the average speed of a NASCAR during a race?
The NASCAR. The average speed on NASCAR, they go like 200 some miles an hour.
The average speed.
Gotta be like 100, 200 something.
But average speed, so you got to think they not doing that the whole time. It just so if I'm thinking, what's your club head speed in your prime?
So, my ball speed, which is what we're talking
Yeah.
about, as fast as I ever hit it was probably 170.
170.
A long time ago. But yes.
Shorter distance landing, it's gonna scoot there. 170.
That's the fastest,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
you,
a
though.
while
That's
ago.
you.
That's
talking
me.
about PGA.
Right now, the fastest on the PGA Tour is guys like Bryson,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Tony Finau, Rory, who are in the 190s.
NASCAR.
190.
NASCAR. I feel like it's a trick question, and I'm
Because
supposed to
the
go.
thing is, I
Right,
gotta
'cause
go
he's trying to
PGA.
think
I gotta
he
go
not-
He
PGA.
about to get so
Okay, so
technical.
PGA, NASCAR,
I gotta go
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
All right,
Come on.
average ball speed of the driver, PGA Tour, 174 miles an hour. Average NASCAR speed, 180.
Well,
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
It ain't that much.
It's-
of
I
a
don't want to hear
difference.
it's not
Y'all
that
was
much.
talking
Yeah,
200.
yeah,
Y'all was
yeah,
talking
that much.
200.
You over here trying to
And
be
it ain't
technical.
even like
Yeah, I'm not
Before
trying to
you
hear that.
start to
It's
feel
close.
really confident about yourself over there, Mr.
Fact.
Melvin Gordon.
Let's go.
All right. Take me back to November 15th, 2014. What happened that day?
That's Nebraska game.
Yeah,
Nebraska game?
Yeah,
How many yards?
408.
408 yards in one game against Nebraska. Congratulations. An amazing feat.
Fact.
You welcome.
So, what's longer? The longest ever drive recorded on the PGA Tour or your 408 yards?
Oh, the longest driver for sure.
So this week at Aronimink, you're going to get a Bryson drive that's going to be 340 or 350. You're going to get a Rory drive that's 340, a Cam Young drive 340, right? 408 yards versus the longest all-time drive on the PGA Tour.
Give me the longest all-time drive.
408.
I feel like somebody went out there and just was
See,
like,
that's- I'm
408,
worried about
bro.
you
You know
saying
how long
drive,
that
but
is?
carry matters. Me rolling stuff matters.
Roll the entire drive.
But
I'm
I'm gonna
going
go males 408.
I'm going to 408.
I'm going to
The
408.
408,
408,
you're going to the PGA Tour.
408.
Just to let you both know, Mel would have needed multiple overtimes. Max Homa on the plantation course at Kapalua hit a 477-yard drive.
let's go. I told y'all. It's going to be
He
somebody
wouldn't have
that.
needed multiple overtimes.
And that's
He would
Max.
have needed the fourth quarter.
Shout
I'm
out
talking about,
Max, man.
what did he do that little leg kick they be doing to get there?
Mad Max let it rip that day.
Damn,
Let me
you
tell
got to
something.
think about it. It's going to be somebody on there
7th
that's
hole
like,
Kapalua, 477
Yeah,
yards, the longest.
470 is.
Yeah.
do you know the
crazy.
situation? Was he just like, I got to go get it. I'm down. Fuck it. I got to just
I mean,
go.
I'm from New Jersey, but I don't know the situation.
That was the situation. He just
had
said,
to-
F it. I'm finna just, I got to do it.
Your career in the NFL, you had a certain number of touchdowns. Jack Nicklaus had a certain number of wins on the PGA Tour, right? The guy that won the most majors, the Golden Bear. Who had more? Did Jack Nicklaus have more wins on the PGA Tour? And mind you, it's very close. Or did Mel have more touchdowns in his career in the NFL?
You know how many
I
touchdowns he
think
had?
like 68 or 69 maybe.
You're tempting me there.
First
So-
of all, hold up, time out. You never bet against the home
Feel
team.
that. That's my dog. That's my dog,
I'm
though.
going Jack.
What? Ain't that a bitch?
My bad, man. listen.
All type of shit. Like, what the hell?
Melvin
It's a
Gordon.
Columbus
Oh, that's
thing, man.
embarrassing.
It's a
Oh, that's
Melvin Gordon,
embarrassing.
a historic NFL running back career, had 70 touchdowns. Jack Nicklaus, 74 wins. The Golden Bear.
You don't go against
AT.
He's Central Ohio.
I just want to
All
let
right,
you know I didn't have a
let's
voter.
do a fun
Columbus, bro.
one.
Can't
We're
go
here in
against the home
Philadelphia.
team.
Philadelphia folks, they love to pick on the New York sports, so I'm going to appease the audience for a moment here. All right. Since 2022, who has more wins, Scotty Scheffler or the New York Jets?
Scotty.
No.
You said
Since 2022?
Since 2022, when Scotty's got on this run, who has more wins?
Scotty. I'm sorry.
Scotty
Jet.
Scheffler or
It gotta be Scotty.
Yeah, sorry as hell. Gotta be Scotty.
It gotta be Scotty.
Boys can't
Hey,
win to save their life
no
over
way
there.
the Jets got no way. I mean,
We going
It's
Scotty. This
Scotty.
is you.
This is
Scotty Scheffler, official PGA Tour wins, has 20.
Ain't
Right.
no way the Jets.
The New York Jets, since 2022, have 22 wins. The Jets
Damn.
win it.
Oh, that's
Crazy.
But you want to talk about a city of futility? The Giants have 22 wins too.
Man.
I want to bring it back to the PGA Championship. Which is older? And I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this and that, okay? So which is older? Aronimink Golf Club or Soldier Field in Chicago?
Aronimink.
Soldier Field.
It's too historic. Aronimink.
No.
Did they add to Aronimink?
One is 1912. Soldier Field.
Soldier Field.
Aronimink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Soldier though.
Aronimink.
Soldier Field,
Aronimink.
Aronimink, Soldier Field. Aronimink, 1928. Soldier Field, 1924.
Yes, go.
Let's get back to Aronimink. We are here in Philadelphia. Obviously, all huge golf fans. The PGA Championship, the second major championship of this season. You know, Rory took home the Masters a little over a month ago. Now we are here in Philadelphia, Aronimink Golf Club. This is a par 72, very traditional golf course, about 7,400 yards. And, I mean, here's one thing. Massive property, 300 acres, 180 bunkers on this golf course.
That's ridiculous.
Is that the most bunkers for a PGA course?
That's high. That's high.
180
The 11th
bunkers?
hole alone has 22 bunkers.
He would be playing out the bunkers all the match.
What?
I damn sure
My
be playing
bad.
out the
That's
box.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
for
hey,
sure.
the way my game been coming along.
So it's supposed to be
Hey,
scattered showers throughout this weekend. How does that affect the sand then? With all those bunkers,
AT, always, we got to get a green
Weatherman.
screen behind
No,
you.
facts.
Always about
Weatherman.
the weather.
I just need to know.
You tell me about the weather.
So it's supposed to rain. It'll be high temperatures, high 70s, high 80s throughout the whole weekend, but then it'll just be scattered thunderstorms. So I'm really wondering how that's going to affect, especially kite, with all those bunkers coming out the sand. If somebody later in the afternoon gets a wet bunkers the whole time compared to somebody going in the morning with dry bunkers, how's that going to play different for them?
You're going to need to be a really good strategist to figure out where those bunkers
Yeah.
fall and where you hit your tee shot. Is there a player that suddenly pops into your head that you think is a really good strategist on the PGA Tour?
I mean, I'm always go with Rory. I think he's a good strategist. You know,
Absolutely.
he'll get it
He's
done.
just going straight to picks right now.
So I was looking at, I think it's hole 11, which has 20 bunkers in itself. That being said, like you said, strategy is so important. When you're going into the bunker shots, are you missing the majority? So if it's a big cluster to the right of the hole, are you just going left? Like, what is the strategy around bunkers?
This is a great question. Many of those bunkers aren't really in play for those guys. A lot of them are cosmetic. But for the most part, off the tee or the ones just around the green complex are the ones that they're most concerned about.
I want to know how do they train for something like that? Or you just like, I know they come here a couple of days before. Do they just practice out there and that's their training? Like,
It really starts with their team. So all of these guys have some sort of course strategist, and they're looking at it, a course map, and they're coming up with where they're going to hit all of their shots. So by the time they get there this week, that game plan is already in place. Just like you guys, when you get there on, when did you do game plan walkthroughs? Like the
day
official
before.
one for the game.
the day before.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
Saturday,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Or Friday when you guys were at Wisconsin,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So it's the same way. When those guys show up on Monday or probably flying there on Sunday night or Monday morning, they're going through that game plan, that strategy, to answer your question. And then weeks prior, they've looked at already the golf course, and their coaches are saying, hey, let's make sure that you're really good because we're going to get a bunch of iron shots into the green this week from this range. Me comparing Aronimink as this historic golf venue, this magnanimous property, 300 acres, that's a lot for a golf course, right? 180 bunkers, all of this, right? The other big things I think about in sports, you guys are very familiar with, and that's football stadiums. So if I told you had this traditional championship, big venue with this unique bunkering, is there a football stadium that comes to mind that you guys would compare it to as a venue?
Who you like, AT?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Columbus guy. I am not a Buckeye.
He goes, they coming up with
But
some
I'm
Columbus.
going to the horseshoe.
How could you?
Listen,
We
I'm
need a new guy.
y'all about to sub me out?
Tired of this dude, this
Yeah.
Ohio stuff, man. No, bruh.
What you going with?
I got
kiddo?
Lambo.
Lambo?
I got Lambo just because of like the tradition. You know, it's obviously traditional course, traditional stadium, and it's historic. Everybody kind of loves Lambo. Like, that's just
Nah,
my
Keith,
thing.
I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
you just went,
y'all
you
boy.
went professionally. OSU, Horseshoe and
But
Lambeau.
we Wisconsin guys.
We've been done with your pick.
rivalries.
Hey,
I understand Michigan.
Hey,
We
we
Wisconsin
done with your
guys.
pick.
I don't hear them on
We done
Ohio
with your
State.
pick. I'm gonna go with MetLife. I know
MetLife.
I'm going with MetLife. I got some selfish reasons why.
I bet.
What is your selfish reason?
I bet.
So I think it is historic. Now I ain't got no dates on how old it is. I don't know. You had some greats go through there, some great moments. Be for real. I think it's great. I think Aronimink is tough conditions. It looked beautiful, right? I think MetLife, tough conditions. The turf, how many ACLs they done?
You played the night game at O State.
Huh?
You played the night game.
ACL
Don't worry about that.
Conditions,
ACL tear. But
I didn't see
it's
that
a challenging course where people have overcome. And I ain't had a bad game in MetLife
I was
since
about
I
to say,
played.
There it is.
The football league.
Yeah, I'm about to
Kenny,
say,
there it is.
That's the
There
play.
it
I'm
is.
waiting
I
on
done
that.
shined in New York, y'all. I done shine. That's my place. I'm good. That's my Aronimink right there. MetLife Stadium.
So you said you're going to shine with all these bunkers.
I'm a shine.
So this is an interesting conversation. We talked about Rory of the Masters, Augusta National. Everybody knows that golf course. Give me a football stadium. You talk about perfect conditions.
For me, perfect. Spare no expense.
Spare no
Best
expense.
of the best, cut trim. AT&T Stadium, Dallas.
My man.
AT&T Stadium
My
in
man.
Dallas. Come on,
Hey,
bro.
I don't know. I
And
just thought you
listen,
say
Cowboy
Minnesota
Stadium.
or some shit like that.
And listen.
Cowboy
Stadium. Bro, come on, bro. Relax.
So where's your second favorite stadium that you performed in the NFL that you could compare
Well,
to
I
Augusta?
went to SoFi Stadium.
See,
Chargers Stadium.
LA?
LA.
That's okay, but
It's okay, but it's just, I mean, it's a place that everybody wants to go to.
So I'm a little biased too because I spent time in Dallas. I was part
yeah.
of the last Valley Ranch. So when they moved to practice facility to Frisco, they got burgers. I got a Whataburger in the practice facility, pizza shop, full buffet, and the stadium is 10 times better over there at AT&T.
Only thing they need to change is Jerry Jones. You got to do something with the sun. Like when the sun hit and the players
I
can't
think that's
see.
because you're short.
What?
The taller
No.
people, the big screen blocker for the taller
No.
people.
Pull up the CD Lamb video. He missed a whole wide open touchdown because the sun blinded his eyes. You know how many parlays I've
It's
lost
for the
because of that?
show.
One other unique spot on the PGA Tour is where they play the WM Phoenix Open. The name of that golf course is TPC Scottsdale, the biggest party on the PGA Tour. Which football stadium has the loudest crowd and is the biggest party?
It's only one. Go ahead. I say it.
I want
Say
him
it.
to go first.
No, I'm scared.
Yeah,
I want
Go,
you
go,
to
go,
go
go,
first.
go.
Raider Stadium.
Raiders Stadium?
Allegiant.
I went Camp Randall.
I went Camp
Camp
Randall too.
Randall.
See what I'm saying? You would go against
I ain't gonna
me, man.
disagree.
Come
Hey, I
on,
forgive
man.
you, bro.
All right,
I ain't
well,
gonna
hang on.
disagree.
The
Time out
party
then.
school.
Speaking of Camp Randall, if you were going to flip it, what would be a golf course that reminds you of Camp Randall?
TPC Scottsdale.
Fact.
That's
You going right
literally
there, that's
what
it.
That's it.
That's the. They
That's
go
it.
hand in hand. When you talk about the party school, everything loud. You got the jump around going,
Keith, he went.
and it's a respectable. That's it.
Bro, but you say that,
Well-
but bro, Camp Randall, it don't get jumping till the third quarter.
Yeah, because they getting drunk.
Exactly. They getting there at the third
They
quarter.
getting
That's why
drunk.
they at the KK.
Half
don't
the party
get
is
there
there
till
to
halftime.
They
Half
at
the
the
people don't
KK.
get there to the
Before
third.
this
Yeah.
conversation goes completely off the rails, I appreciate you permitting me a little comparison fun there, but use the word respectable. And that's becoming questionable right now in this conversation. So I think what we need to do is we need to bring in a local Philly expert to help us break down the PGA Championship and talk a little bit more about golf and sports. So we're going to bring in Ticket. Big Ticket, come on in. Now I'm extremely excited. Not because someone is here from Philadelphia. As a New Yorker, I generally don't like this city. But I will tell you this, with all this football talk around me, I am happy to have a golf expert here. King of the par 3 pop, cheesesteak aficionado, in place right now to talk to us about the PGA Championship. And you know what? Why don't we just find out if he knows ball? Ticket, welcome to the show.
First of all, welcome, Ticket.
Happy to
I'm
be
not
here.
gonna call you Big Ticket.
You don't have to.
I'm a huge basketball fan.
Sure, I know.
And you're not my KG.
I'm not.
No,
I know.
no offense.
No, it's okay.
You just Ticket, man.
He's heard this
That's
before.
fine. That's fine.
We've heard
Anything
this
is
before.
possible, though.
Anything is
It's true.
possible.
You
Yeah.
gotta know though, like,
Strikes.
how you get the name? How you get the name Ticket? Like, what's the
That's a
story behind
long story. I went to West Virginia University at the Geno Smith, Stedman Bailey.
it? Oh, you was that era?
Yeah, of course, Tavon Austin.
Cold.
That's hard.
And I wasn't having a great time. I got in deep with sports gambling, needed to find another way to make money. Started.
Talk after this.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. Is that a story, Keith, I can continue?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay, sure. And then,
Run with it.
listen, I needed to sell marijuana on the side. And so my whole gambit was that I would, are we still good, Keith?
We're still good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would basically make my sales during the week, and then I would go to the stadium on Saturdays. That's where people would pick up. So if people came to me and said they needed, I would hold a sign that said like "got tickets." And if someone came to me and says like, "Hey, you got tickets for the game?" I would knew they actually wanted tickets. They said, "You want a big ticket?" I knew it was one of my orders.
Oh,
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
And that was all just to cover my sports gambling.
Yeah.
Because I was terrible at sports gambling.
Damn.
I'd like to think I got a little bit better.
You got a little better?
Yeah. In part thanks to Keith.
Well, I do what I can to read a lot.
Yeah, you do, and
I
you
do.
read them well.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Better than most. Better
I
than
would
most.
say so.
Do you like to wager on golf? Do you just like to go pick winners? Do you like to have like a diversified card? Like,
I'm a
How do you
big
approach it?
Thursday, Friday matchups guy. I think that's
Oh.
not only the most fun, but I think it's where you can get an advantage and an edge.
absolutely.
As far as somebody who is, to pick a winner is so damn near impossible.
Tell me about it.
But I like top 10s, I like top 20s, and I like Thursday, Friday matchups. That's my go-to.
So do you golf?
I do.
How long have you golfed? When did you get
I started golfing in 2018 before I ended up starting on the show Vibez Sports. And I got decent, and for me, decent was not embarrassing myself and like hitting into the woods. I would score around 92. And then I started Vibez Sports, and ironically, I never golfed anymore.
92 is
Hold
a
on.
great day for
I was about to
Austin.
say.
Is that a good day for you?
It's a great day for
Okay, well
Austin.
now I have a slip disc and things are all different.
Great
That was
day.
2019, man.
So he's like,
Day he ain't never
oh,
had.
he's loving you right now. He's loving you right now. For sure.
The day
He's
he
going to
ain't
pick you as a
never
four
had.
ball
my
partner.
God.
Oh yeah.
he's-
If I play 18 now, I'm spending an hour on the inversion table afterwards. Like my back is cooked.
Really?
I got huge back problems.
I was wondering which is harder, the getting ready for YouTube.
Mhm.
Is that pressure? Is that what I want to ask? Is it pressure playing in a round of YouTube golf?
No, dude. If you watch so there's different kinds of YouTube golf. There's the Grant Horvats of the world and the Bryan brothers, and those guys are playing actually competitive golf, not tournament level, but they're still competitors, and it still gets intense. Vibez Sports was a much different animal. We were doing drinking challenges. We were doing eating challenges. So it was intense as far as like, could we finish 18 shots of Fireball? But the golf aspect, we tried to make it a little bit more fun because
different type of
we're
pressure.
shooting 92.
Different type
we're
of
not
pressure.
competing
Okay.
with the Wesley Bryans of the
Hang on real
world.
quick. As a PGA professional,
Sure.
I'm always trying to grow the game.
Okay.
So
Beautiful.
I'm curious, what was the most difficult challenge that you guys ever did in that vein?
So we did an episode. We went to Vancouver, and in Canada, Tim Hortons is
sure.
huge there. So we did a donut challenge, and we made the mistake of grabbing apple fritters instead of just like the regular. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and that kicked our ass.
How many did you eat?
Well, it was supposed to be 18 and 18 holes, 18 apple fritters.
How did that go?
12,
Yeah.
13. It was disgusting. It was a mistake. It was one of the worst days out there.
I grew up I grew up 2 blocks away from the bakery, so I could only imagine.
Okay.
You see that
Fair
stomach?
enough.
So
You see that
you
stomach?
mentioned
Yeah.
That's why
you mentioned Bob
You're
Sports.
looking at me like, no wonder you got back problems,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Of course.
I ain't gonna
Carrying a lot
Bob
of
does sports.
Mhm.
Hottest fish grease. You step away.
Right.
Why?
It's never typically one thing, right? It's a lot of little things growing over time, building frustrations, differences creatively. And then ultimately, after years and years of going through that, you realize all of these things lead to one decision, which was for me to leave. And it was not something I wanted to do. It was never something I saw coming. But ultimately, I needed to do what was going to make me the happiest instead of the thing that was going to make me the most money. And that was just the way that the way that I chose to lead my life. Other people will make different decisions. And
Before,
sure.
Kenny needs to get up and AT needs to take this seat and you need to lay down on the couch.
Sure.
Let's have some fun. All right. This is We Know Ball.
Sure.
Let's pick up the mood a little bit. We're gonna do a little rapid fire Philly style.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna kick it off real quick. And I'm gonna go Ticket. What's your favorite Philadelphia golf course? One caveat: you have to have played it.
Okay. I would say there's a little spot right outside of town, if you know, it's called Walnut Lane. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's a little dog track, but it's beautiful, and the people there are wonderful. What I look for in a golf course is how's the starter? How's the club pro there? Are they nice guys? Are they treating people well? That's what I go to. That's where I like to play. I would say Walnut Lane is my favorite spot around here.
Club pro talk. You're buttering me up still here.
Of course,
All right.
of course.
Kenny.
Is Jalen Hurts a good QB?
He's trapping me.
Come on, man.
You guys were talking about athletes earlier. I heard you. Just pure athletes. I think Jalen Hurts is one of the greatest athletes in the NFL. Does that always translate to being a great quarterback? I don't think so. I think he's kind of hurt by his coaches. No, he's not a good quarterback.
Rapid fire.
He's an excellent football player. He's one of the best football
There we
players.
go.
Best cheesesteak.
Angelo's.
Okay.
It's a cop out. Dallas Andrews is too.
What's your favorite drink on the course?
Can't go wrong with the transfusion, man. It's just a classic golf
I'm
drink.
a cram fusion guy.
You're a cram fusion guy. I'm gonna have to try that next time.
Transfusions.
Okay.
Well, is that not a thing?
Cram fusion?
Every time I say that, I get that reaction out
I
there.
haven't heard of it.
Cram fusion.
I'd love to hear
Yeah.
more about it.
I get the same thing.
That sounds like a business opportunity.
Don't confuse OTAs with UTIs, all right? He's a cranberry juice guy, all right? Kenny, you're next.
All right. Even though the 76ers and the Flyers got their ass swept with a big ass broom this playoffs,
Yeah.
but if it was a game 7, would you rather be in Philly or anywhere else?
No, I'd rather be in Philly.
Rather be in Philly.
Of course. The Sixers are in a whole different spot. I think we all saw what happened with the Knicks. This guy's Knicks. You know, that was
he's
a
loving it.
shame
He's
that
loving
they
it.
Loving
took
it.
over
Hang on.
Philadelphia.
I mean, on a side note, I mean, whether it was the game 7 at home or not, if it was against the Knicks, it would still be like MSG on the road.
Yeah, I just think you're getting a different Philly crowd these days. I mean, I'd love to see the New York Giants meet us at the Link. Okay, that's a whole different story than you guys coming down and seeing us at the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, open the jail cell. I get it.
I'm going to go flour or edible.
Flower. I got to go flower. Yeah, I'm a flower guy. Sure.
That's a good one.
That's a big ticket.
You know, we be kicking flavor on the golf course, man. You know, we out there, we got the vibes. Shout out Penn Speaker. We want to know, playlist, what's the first song that you playing? When you in your vibe, you got your transfusion, you finna kick flavor now, y'all in your zone. What's that first song you throwing on the playlist?
I'll go Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner.
Sweet Home
That's
Alabama.
That's gonna get me in the
That's
mood.
a good vibe.
That's gonna get me in the mood.
That's a
Turn
good
it up.
vibe.
This
That's
guy
a
knows.
good. That's a good
Come
vibe.
on, man.
That's a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I'm an Alabama kid at heart. My
Okay.
mom,
Sure.
my whole family from Alabama. I can rock
you
with
stop.
There you go.
All you ever talk about is Ohio. It's
it.
disgusting.
Yeah, but see, that's my Alabama, my second home.
Or are you a flip flopper? Are you a boxer?
No,
He is
no,
a
no,
flip-flopper.
Listen,
He is
they
a
know.
flip-flopper.
They
Okay.
know I spent time in Alabama.
Okay.
I'm talking Butler, Choctaw County, Sweetwater, small town.
Okay.
Horseshoe, you know.
Yeah. You're a Buckeye, aren't you? Yeah.
Brutal.
Well, so I gotta kick it to you guys. Then, what's like if you're before a game and you're getting hyped up, what's the go-to song?
I'll go Explosions in the Sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Yes, go.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
For me, I ain't gonna say it's a song, but I like watching Tavon Austin highlights.
You know about that.
You can't go wrong with
You know
watching
about
his
that.
highlights
Nothing
before a
more
game.
explosive.
And it's about him being a short guy too. You can just get you hope.
So give you hope.
my
Give you
God,
hope.
yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
I was a Jeezy, sky's the limit dude.
There you
so
go.
That
Okay.
That's my guy. G,
Okay.
I'm-
Okay.
What about you, Key? Come on, we need some
I
music.
mean, for me, I just throw on.
And sing.
I mean, I throw on the.
Let Justin
Oh,
Timberlake.
man.
Yeah, you make fun of Justin Timberlake all you want, but I know there was a poster of Jessica Biel in your college dorm room. Yeah, come on now.
That boy has Zendaya in his door.
Zendaya. I mean, I go Grateful Dead. One song gets me through 9 holes. then I put on another song, and it gets me through the other 9. Just a complete jam. You know, what's it, 2 songs, 18 holes. That's it. I go out there. That's my vibe.
Yeah, you ain't on the
I like
that.
Jerry and the boys. Anything
game.
pre-85. Here's the thing. I mean, we could talk about music, but the show is We Know Ball.
Of course.
So I got to bring it back to Aronimink Golf Club and the PGA Championship. Now, the 5 of us aren't competing in this. We're just here to be fans. But, you know, We Know Ball, I do love my challenges. And as a PGA professional, I have one for the 4 of you. The 18th hole is going to come down to that on Sunday. Par 4, 490 yards up the hill to that old Tudor-style clubhouse. The 4 of you need to make par. But here's the challenge. Each one of you only gets 1 shot. Not a scramble, not a shamble. You get 1 shot. So it's alternate shot. I need a guy who's going to hit the drive. I need a guy who's going to hit the approach. I need a guy who's going to hit the 3rd shot. And God willing, I hope somebody who's going to hit a putt in order to make par.
What's your favorite shot?
Chip.
It's about chip.
I'm a sculptor around the greens.
Because he's a 3rd guy.
Okay.
I'm going to go second.
So then I'm a putt. I'm a
I'm
putt.
going to putt.
Austin putting? The boy
Austin
putt like
putt.
the Hulk.
Man, we good, man.
You worry about the hey,
Worry about the
just
wrong
get us
thing.
off the
Worry
tee
about-
box.
Thank
man.
you.
You
You ain't
made
gotta worry
it
about me
3
on
shots.
T-Box. I'm Dale Earnhardt.
All right.
I'm the driver, baby.
The 18th hole at Aronimink Golf Club.
I want to see it.
You guys might want to look as he's about to desecrate this Donald Ross design.
There you go.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Mel, you've got
Barely.
283 yards to the hole.
Be a bad shot.
Cart path.
Keith, we might need you to get in there.
Oh, God, we need a bogey.
Suddenly a par 5.
I mean,
We
you
need a
can
bogey,
up.
yeah. We can do that.
163 to the hole. We don't need
me
the
up with the
ticket. We
3
need the
wood,
big
bro.
ticket.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm just shooting for fun.
For par. Get up to the hole.
Or it'll be double bogey.
After each of you had 1 shot, par no longer seems an option. Let's see if we can break double par.
Get us there, brother. That enough, though?
Extremely. Melvin.
Mel, take us home. That's going to be a gimme.
Get inside the gimme circle.
Oh,
Outside the
Jesus,
gimme
Mel.
circle.
Oh,
You just gotta
Come on, Mel.
lucky number 7. 8 feet to the hole.
Oh, that's money.
It's gimme.
It was a par 4, 490 yards. It seems like double par is the number. So here's the deal. You guys have to redeem yourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a shorter challenge. Why don't we go out to Pebble Beach? The 7th hole. The applause comes after you hit a good shot, Kenny.
Gotta redeem myself.
Ah!
You keep taking out
Oh.
sea lions.
Kenny, I'm going right with
Philadelphia
you.
Sea lions.
Oh,
Let's
that's
make
money.
some money then.
It's straight.
At least you hitting some grass.
All right.
Next on the tee, Melvin Gordon.
Money.
Good, Mel.
Oh, good hit. Good
Good
hit.
shot. Really good shot, Mel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good hit.
Come
Good
on,
hit.
Mel.
Good hit. Good
He's
hit.
a player.
Come on, Mel.
That's a good hit too, AT.
Looks a little left.
Ah,
He bunker again?
There we go.
Consistent.
Melvin Gordon
that ain't
retains his closest
beating
to the pin
Kendall.
title.
Ah!
You can put that. After that amazing display of golf, I think as the PGA professional in the group, I may have to step in and give a couple of tips when we get to Shinnecock Hills Golf Club and the U.S. Open. Because our next episode is going to be in New York City once again, and thanks to 5 Iron Golf for hosting us, presented by Body Armor. Hey, these guys, they may not be the best at golf, but they sure do know ball. Thanks. We'll see you again.